Assalamu alaikum to all of my students. Hope you all are fine. As I have already discussed the two concepts of price elasticity of demand. Now I will take remaining three concepts of price elasticity of demand. First one, unitary elastic demand. Means when price elasticity of demand is equal to 1. When price elasticity of demand is equal to 1. When price elasticity of demand is means elasticity of demand is equal to 1. At that time we will call it unitary. Means when it is equal to 1. First I will write the statement, then I will discuss. Unitary elasticity of demand. I will write in a short form. Unitary elasticity of demand refers to a situation when change in price, change in quantity demanded with and change in quantity demand in response to change in price is such that total expenditure remains constant. And this concept has a relevance. Before one day I discussed a lecture how to measure the price elasticity by way of total expenditure method. That method was put forward with Marshall. It has a relevance with that. At that time I tell you there are some situations where where change in quantity demand increase or decrease, definitely total expenditure remains constant. But here I will try to show it with the help of graph so that you can easily understand how total expenditure remains constant. Y 0 x. This is price. Now I will draw the demand curve. As I tell you, demand curve has a negative slope. This is demand curve, DD curve. Now, for example, if this is price P. If price follows to, for example, this price P1, here is B, here I will write C, I will write P, I will write T. Now, this is demand curve. If price, for example, I will try to understand you. For example, if it is price P, quantity demand is B. Now, add price P. Yes, add price P. What will be the total expenditure? Total expenditure will be OP multiplied by OB. This is price, this is quantity. OB. As total expenditure, I tell you, total expenditure is the amount of money to be paid for goods and services. This is a price, this is a quantity. Means price multiplied by quantity, that we call total expenditure. Total price multiplied total quantity of goods and services. Means OP multiplied by OP, that will be equal to area. OP multiplied by OB, that will be area will be equal to OP, yes, OP BP. Means this area. BP, OP, BP, this first one. Now second, when price follows to P1, what will be the total expenditure of P1? That will be equal to total expenditure will be equal to OP1 multiplied by OC. then total expenditure will be equal to OP1, yes, CT minus area. Now, if we observe this graph, make analysis of this graph, it shows us OPBP, OP1 city. For example, it shows us OPBP is equal to OP1 CT. And this is equal in area. When equal in area, that means total expenditure remains constant. Price, be it price follows or rises, here price falls, but quantity demand increases or decreases, but total expenditure remains constant as this area, and this area, this is equal. Means total expenditure which spent on goods and services that remains constant. It is shown by this area. Now, another, when elasticity of demand is greater than 1. When elasticity of demand is greater than 1. Yes. When elasticity of demand is greater than 1. I will change here. When elasticity of demand is greater than 1. When elasticity of demand is greater than 1. I will change it. It refers to a situation and change in quantity demand in response to change in price. Total expenditure increases. Total expenditure increases when price decreases, and total expenditure decreases when price falls. When total expenditure decreases when price increases. Yes, when price increases. I will show this with the help of graph so that you can easily understand this. This is y, this is 0, this x. Suppose this is a price. I will draw demand curve. Now I will draw here is price P1, here is Q1, here is price, here is quantity, here is price, here is quantity. This is a demand curve, DD curve. DD curve means demand curve. What this shows us, I will write here. Here I will write P, I will write T. What this shows, similar in previous, just like previous, I will show at this price has fallen, price has fallen. What this shows us? It shows us which I write as price increases. Yes, total expenditure. Yes, here I write the total expenditure increases when price decreases. When price decreases, P to P1, total expenditure increase from Q to Q1. Means here total expenditure spent on goods and services that increases. I will show this. Like I will write at P. What will be the total expenditure? Total expenditure will be equal to OP multiplied by OQ. That will be equal to area OP OP in this area, this OP this area. Now in second case, P1, what will be the, yes, total expenditure. It will be total expenditure will be equal to OP1 multiplied by OQ1. Area will be equal to OP1 Q, yes, Q1 T area. What this shows us? This shows us this area. What this shows? It definitely shows us, if we make analysis and observe here. This area is a very small area, but this is a large area. And this is single time area. This is double time area. Means less price leads to more change in total expenditure. There is a small change in price leads to greater change in total expenditure. This is shown by this area. It shows us, yes, OP, yes, OQ is smaller than area OP1 Q1T. Means price elasticity of demand is, yes, greater than 1. Price elasticity of demand is greater than. And small change in price leads to more change in total expenditure. That at that time we will call elasticity of demand is greater than 1. There is another perspective for understanding purpose. I will tell for this concept. There is flatter. Flatter the demand करो greater the elasticity of demand. Greater the elasticity of demand. Means I draw this demand curve flat. Means if you are during examination, you have to keep in mind why drawing when elasticity of demand is greater than 1, you have to draw the slope flatter slope. When you draw the flat slope, it will show definitely smaller change in price leads to greater change in total expenditure. Means there yes, quantity demand will increase. Here I draw flatter. We draw flatter demand curve. In another case, we have to draw the steeper demand curve. You can easily, if you did not, yes, remember this. You can easily remember flatter the demand curve, greater the elasticity of demand. Flatter the demand curve, greater the elasticity of demand. And next, steeper the demand curve, less the elasticity of demand. I will show it in next lecture. This graph, what we call flatter, what we call steeper slope. But I will conclude this lecture here, as it will become too lengthy. That is why I am trying to remain within limits. In next lecture, I will definitely show you different slopes of demand curve. Till that time, you have to wait and watch. I will be return back very soon. Hope for the best. Take care. Thanks. Have a nice day.